Hey, bonjour, welcome to our project French Business Classes at GBC. We noticed that Canada is the only country in the world that French and English are both official languages of the country, and there is not too many people that are able to speak French, so we find a solution to solve these problems.
And we also observe that there is a lot of international students and also domestic students at GBC that don't know how to speak French. So we want to solve these solutions that by implementing French classes at GBC to make people, GBC students able to speak French, how to communicate and write in French.
Learning French is a challenging and a rewarding experience that contributes largely towards the personal growth and development of the students. Our Business French program would provide an opportunity and a platform to all the students to connect with fellow learners and also network professionally. Our Business French program would provide GBC students multiple benefits, one of them being an enhanced employment opportunity. As companies are expanding globally, multiple companies require their employees to be bilingual. Hence, knowing the fifth largest language in the world, that is French, would help students stand a strong chance into the corporate.
Canada is the only country in the world where French and English are both the official languages of the country. However, there is only a small population in Canada who speaks French. Our team has conducted a survey with George Brown College students regarding the language backgrounds, and we have received 70 responses in total.
The result shows that nearly 80% of the respondents has a French background, including using this language since birth, or they have learned French in different occasions due to different circumstances. French language is the least spoken of the two official languages, but this language is used everywhere in Canada, and particularly by business and government officials. Just like English, French is also used among so many countries as a business language on a global level other than Canada. Today, almost 300 million people speak French in the world. It is a huge market that just needs to be taken over by every student from George Brown College who desire to learn French to have better career advancement. Since there are not many French-English bilingual speakers in Canada, especially in Toronto region, there is a huge proportion of people who are unable to apply for jobs that require a candidate who is fluent in both languages. It is our pleasure to know that respondents are interested in French that motivates them to learn this language at first. But there are more students stating that learning French is their study requirement and also their job requirement. After analyzing the need, we decided to launch French classes to students in George Brown College. The survey reflected that more than half of the respondents would like to enroll in French classes. Organizing French business classes is an amazing solution that provides the opportunity to break down the language barrier in the Canadian workplace, along with preparing the business graduates and working professionals for the bilingual corporate environment. This course will be helpful in making young business graduates and professionals eligible to apply for jobs that demand bilingual candidates. Having French classes is an innovative solution to learn and get insight of the French language at the same time. Forget about all the boring and hard times in your previous language learning schools. Our solution is a business work-related method where every student will get a real insight of French in the Canadian business world.
Through this project, we are proposing Business French Learning course of 6 months duration to the students who are interested in gaining language learning skills from basics of French to being able to use it in working professional environment. These classes will be available in hybrid, in-person and online modes to make it convenient for students. And the strength of the class will be 30 students approximately, and the study material will be provided in e-text and physical hard copy form. Our aim with these classes won't just be to provide French learning tutoring, but to also provide an insight to French culture and how it impacts the professionals in a present job. Most importantly, it will be a chance for students to meet experienced French professionals who will enlighten them about the opportunities and the importance of being bilingual in a country which has French as its second official language.
So the scope of this project, the budget encompasses the planning period and the setup period for the courses throughout the summer. including the GBC staff of the Human Resources Department, the GBC Business faculty, and the GBC Accounting Department. We factored in the costs of labor based on the current market value of the labor based on an hourly wage, and the class resources were determined by the incidental fees that George Brown students pay as part of their tuition, broken down for an individual class, and the resources such as utilities, classroom rental, internet access, Microsoft subscriptions were all factored in using the GBC incidental fees that students pay.
The incidental costs for French classes for business at George Brown College were determined by breaking down the per student costs of attending a program at GBC. There's a one-time student fee of $41.57. There's an $80 fee for books and supplies, a $95 fee for the application, and an incidental costs fee of $212.93. Assuming these costs are for 6 courses, and then the cost breakdown per course at GBC comes out to a one-time student fee of $6.93, books and supplies of $13.33, an application fee of $15.83, incidental costs of $35.49, which when added up totaled to $71.58 per student. Multiply this number by the 20 students presumed to take the course. The total for incidental fees is $1,400.
One of the major risks associated with GBC Business French class is teachers' turnover. If the teacher leaves the project during the class, it can significantly impact the whole learning process. To mitigate the risk, GBC could develop a plan to quickly find a new teacher and ensure a smooth transition. Another risk is the possibility of students dropping out of the class due to the lack of interest and motivation. To address the risk, GBC can create a dynamic and engaging curriculum that keeps students motivated. As we are planning to implement both online and offline courses, so if there is any technical issues during the online courses, it can disrupt the whole learning process and also negatively impact the student engagement. To mitigate that risk, GBC could consider subscribing to an online assistance company to quickly address and resolve the technical issues.
लर्निंग तो ये उंगली जहाँ पे ना वहाँ पे मेरा कंटेंट है.
Okay.
Our aim
Project.
Associated with the GBC business class.
not GBC